Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Pentiment. Last time we left off, we reunited with Andreas, and we found out that Andreas knows how to get to the Mithraeum. We just have to go to the Ratskeller, which, according to someone in the comments, is like a restaurant slash place to eat for the people in like the town hall, basically, which is basically what the rat house is, so that's neat. Oh, Andreas, you've been through so much the past few years, and look at your walk now. Yeah, you walk like, you know, Adok and Piero. Or Andreas. Alright, that wall is different. Does that mean this is the place? No, it's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once, it carried water. Look. A kitty just walked outside my window. Alright, I think I can make it out. Cornelivus irit balneo et complet sextum gradum in Mithreo. Yeah. Cornelius today in 6 Mithraeum. Cornelius goes to the baths today and completes the 6th rank in the Mithraeum. You see? No, I most certainly do not see, Andreas. Well, here. Oh, you may walk with a slight hunch now, but you can still swing a pickaxe. Look at you, ready to go in Minecraft. A warning would be nice. Oh, sorry. Not used to being around people. This is the aqueduct. The aqueduct carries water to the baths, so you think this will take us to the Mithraeum? Exactly. You seem quite confident. We know it exists, I know where it is not. I believe this is the only place it could be. It must be near the baths. Well, you've already smashed a hole in the wall, so I suppose we might as well look. After you, please. Alright. I really would... If you had told me earlier in this game that I would eventually be playing as Magdalene, I would have called you a liar. Manu propria. I would have just assumed we would be playing as Andreas the whole time, so it's kind of interesting to be able to play as Magdalene here. Good old Magda. There's the bathhouse, but what's down here? It's a dead end. This part of the tunnel is collapsed. We're not getting into Mithraeum this way. I think... Yes, Caspar and I found the collapsed section of the aqueduct near town. He explored it, but couldn't describe what he found in the dark. I shouldn't have let him go. I should have taken more care with him. Whenever you're done feeling guilty, we can get on with this. We're not gonna be mean to Andreas. Andreas, we can't do anything about that now. Yes, of course. Yeah, poor Caspar. Nothing you could have done, Andreas, about that. That is interesting, though, that the game specifically remembers that. And, yeah, Caspar came in here, interesting, all that time ago. Just couldn't see what was happening. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, it's very beautiful. The decoration. These must have been the baths. Doesn't look like there's a way through. Silt. All the flood keeps carrying it down here. Oh god, not silt. I hate silt in both Minecraft and in, Terraria. Hundreds of years of floods. Actually, I don't think silt is in Minecraft. I think that's just a Terraria thing. I'm thinking of gravel. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever? I don't know. Maybe some things are just lost to time, or it's too early to get this discouraged. Yeah, let's say this one. Let's keep looking. Okay, so we can't go through that way is what you're telling me. And there's clearly nothing over there, so I guess we're going up here. And down here, I mean there's... Our tunnel's collapsed, we're not getting into Mithraeum this way. What other options were there? What? Didn't the other way just go up? Or could I have gone to the left and just didn't see it? There's where we busted through the wall. Wait, what? Okay, wait a minute. What did I miss in there? Did I just walk right past something like a doof? I might have walked right past something like a doof. Because, yeah, I mean, this is the only way I can go, really. So there's gotta be something in here I'm not seeing, right? Weird? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So instead of walking up the stairs, you just walk down into the... Okay, yeah. More stairs down. Would something be below the baths? A hypercaust. They use warm air to heat the rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them. Let's hope those haven't filled with silt as well. The hypercaust. Oh, this looks creepy. I don't like how close the camera is to us. There's something unnerving about this. And the fact that somebody could be hiding behind these pillars. Do you know where we're going? Yeah, I keep looking in this darkness, expecting like a face back there. These pillars just kind of go on in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think I'm going to try exploring ahead. Of course. Oh, I'm playing as Andreas now. Okay, I'm playing as Andreas. Well, we're back. Can I look at my Libris and refresh my stuff on my stats? The strange picture has been following me as Andreas Maler. Okay, no, it still shows Magdalene even if I'm playing as Andreas. I wanted to see if maybe you had picked up any new stats or something. In your time. That would be an interesting little detail. How could you abandon your work, Andreas? I thought you were a true artist, a master of your craft, but all you created was misery. Oh no. Andreas's inner demons. Also, there's stuff moving back here. I just saw that. I don't know if that's going to pick up on recording. Okay, no, there's clearly stuff back here moving around. It might just be shadows moving. The only thing more pitiful than watching you work in the scriptorium was your love of that dying art. Yeah, screw you too, Farink. Yeah, there's clearly shadows moving back there. I think it's supposed to just be like mist or something. It's not gonna be good when we see Caspar's ghost. What? Was there a giant in here? What is happening? Oh, like this? Couldn't leave a good thing well enough alone, could you? How many bodies have you left in your wake? Yeah, Martin, Jobst. Master, why did you send me back into the flames? No, Andreas, don't start doubting yourself. We know that isn't what happened. Are you having like a... Are you about to have like a panic, anxiety, heart attack, something right now? Is that what's happening? Is that why the screen is shaking? It's the fire. What is... It sounds like somebody working with some kind of machinery. Oh my god! No. No, this isn't right. I can't be here right now. How did I get here? Andreas. Melancholia. Yeah, you're still here. And that is... What exactly? I mean, that's not Rothvogel. It's clearly a giant. But it doesn't look like Rothvogel. You're still here. Yes, for a little longer. I thought I had gone mad. Not yet, not entirely. But you've been on this road for a long, long time. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. But how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. This was a place of refuge for you, Andreas. It has become a prison you constructed to protect yourself. I see. From what? From pain, from risk, from life itself. You constructed this as kind of like a safe area. You just built up walls around yourself to protect you from the outside world and your mistakes and all the pain you felt throughout your life. And you've just been kind of living here. And she's like, yeah, no, you gotta get out of here. But I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Andreas, you are the architect. I will help you as best I can, but you are the only one who can answer that. Okay, yep, we're stuck in our mind palace. We are stuck in our mind palace, so we obviously don't go that way. That way's a dead end. So it's gotta be this way. Wait, why is it not letting me? Okay, there we go. I was a bit confused there for a second. Yeah, I can go up here. Oh, I was trying to walk in these paths instead of follow this. Whoops. That is my bad. So we need to get out there, which means we need to get over there. Yeah, I was trying to walk in the middle parts, not the actual... I thought the white lines were walls, and I was trying to walk in the middle bits, and I ended up confusing myself. Okay, so wait, we might have made a mistake here. But it looks like I can go up here. Hello, Andreas. Is that you, Sabine? Yes, of course, I'm still here. Part of me will always be with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? You reminded me of August. Remind me. Wasn't all bad, Andreas. We lost him, but we had 4 years together. Yeah, this idea that Andreas created, like, this safe place in his mind that he could get away from his problems and everything is pretty crazy. Yeah. They were happy years, weren't they? It's hard to remember. The great black pain blots out all the joy. I know. It was hard for both of us, I don't blame you for anything. And you should stop blaming yourself. Maybe too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her. You can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. I know. I can. I will. You will? Thank you, Sabine. Will I ever see you again? Not in this place. But maybe someday, in a better place. In a better dream. Yeah, you seek comfort in your dreams away from the real world that has, like, your problems and everything, and often you find yourself here, but sometimes you gotta get out of this so you can actually interact with the real world and help people. The idea of someone creating a safe place in their mind to help sort through trauma is a pretty common thing I've seen in games before. It's always really, really cool when it's well done, though. And I think it's pretty well done here. This is pretty cool. First thing I think of is, like, Xenogears. Master Andreas. Oh, Caspar. It's really you. It's so good to see you again, Master. How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. What should I do? Get back to life, I think. I wish I knew how. Help Magdalene, Master. And she'll help you. Alright, Caspar. Thank you. Thank you for everything you taught me. Oh. I mean, usually where I see this kind of story go is like the person makes kind of an alter ego version of themselves. That basically is used to cope with the trauma. But not so here. It's just Andreas routinely just gets out of life and goes into the worlds of dreams so he can just get away from it all. So... Wait, what happened? This was the way out. Before I started talking to Caspar, I know this was the way out. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life, it's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? I thought you were gone. So yeah, the whole time, that's why Andreas never came back. He became so absorbed in the pain and the misery and everything that he just sequestered himself away in the Abbey and was just incredibly depressed for several years. He wanted nothing to do with people or life. He just sat here in his dreams all day and just brooded, basically. You brought me back. Oh, so what do I do now? Keep going. Thank you, Beatrice. I appreciate it. Okay, so we gotta go this way. Over here. And then we go here. This is still looking good. And then we go down here. There he is. You two. It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. Thought I had forgotten it. I know there's nothing I could have done, but that doesn't make me feel any less guilty. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's alright. What? It's alright, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. I'm scared, August. I know. But that's why you can't stay. There are people who need you. It's so hard to let you go. I know, Daddy. But you have to. I know. You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. Good night, August. Good night. Ugh. Woof. Damn, that's... Huh. Just... the idea of Andreas having to finally kind of get over all of this stuff and reconcile with it so that he can help people out in the now is... Whew. They shifted again, the walls. It's still trying to protect you. No. It's not? No, I mean, no. I don't have to do this. This is my mind, my maze, and I'm leaving. Good. But this next part might be confusing. Okay. What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the maze? Two things are merging in your mind. You and... There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations become buried, much like the foundations of Roman architecture that have become buried under Tassing. I can no longer recall how we got here. No longer recall what came before. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a crossover with... Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it? Can no longer recall how we got here, no longer recall what came before, just like the people can no longer recall what Tassing was like before, or want to cover it up. And what came before? Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. Yeah, that's the art we've been seeing in the church. But then we go even further back. You're telling me, Andreas, I don't understand either. Okay. Very clearly in some Roman ruins, and Maler is down here. And... okay, it makes sense if you were the lady watching over the labyrinth. You have helped me along the way, and it is quite important that the, the picture of Mary with the labyrinth is right in front of where you stay. Okay, things are starting to fall into place here. Sister Amalie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You are here, with me. And we are here in spirit. You looked like Beatrice a moment ago. Beatrice? I don't know her. We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering, and the Lord brought you here. Mars. Pater. But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. Is this real? Am I finally experiencing that which I have only read about in the testimony of mystics? I told you long ago that reading cannot communicate a spiritual essence. But yes, this is real, and you need not be afraid. Have faith. If you are here with me, it is the Lord's will. Andreas? Sister Amalie? What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. The Lord's will, what do you mean? This isn't my spirit. I walk here through the aqueducts. The Lord's will? What do you mean? I do not know myself. I do not dare to comprehend, only to serve. Are you the one that's been killing people? Under, like, this weird pretense of you're getting divine instructions from the Lord? You know, ever since we first heard your, like, prophecy, I should have picked up on the fact that maybe you could be one of the ones that's having something to do with this, because, yeah, you give a prophecy and then someone dies. Who's to say you're not the one that, you know, acted that out? And it is my duty to answer when I am called. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here, the Lord tells me what messages I must bear and to whom. Yeah... You deliver messages. Yes, once long ago I was a scribe. Okay. Yep. Amalie is the thread puller. Well, I was close with Thomas. I was in the right building, but I had the wrong person, and now that I know who it is, yeah, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. I mean, the main thing kind of throwing me off Amalie's trail was the fact that she was trapped in a room, but if she can, like, spiritually insert herself into a location to get divine messages from God or whatever, or the Lord, or whatever it is that's talking to you. I'm not totally sure it's God at this point. Interesting. I do wonder how you got the notes to people. Like, how did you deliver the notes to people? Because you still can't leave your room, even if you can spiritually insert yourself other places, and I imagine if you're ethereal, then you probably can't physically interact with the world. I copied many works of the great church doctors. Origen in particular. And Origen was the 1st century ascetic and theologian best known for his exegetical writings and homilies, influenced the development of the Trinity and the ransom theory of atonement. That all ended with the fire. It ended with my life. Wait. I thought I had given up the pen forever until the visions returned. There it is. There's the beautiful purple script. Okay. Interesting. Yup. No. When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters. Not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone. But he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear, so wait a second. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do! It is Father Thomas! You're just the one that actually writes the notes. Oh my god, I was right! It was Father Thomas, that jackass! I knew it! I knew it! So you're the one that writes the notes, and you're the one that communicates the messages that you need to communicate to people, but Father Thomas is the one telling you what you need to do, which makes sense because he would probably tell you he's the one that can communicate and translate God's messages for you. So he's basically just having you do whatever the hell he wants. Oh my god, Father Thomas, you jackass, I knew it. I knew it. It was you. This whole time you wrote the notes. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Sister Amalier, you pushed those people into committing murder. What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. Calm yourself, sister, but that's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes. Maybe it wasn't the Lord's will, but your own. I don't think that's the case at all. Calm yourself, sister. We'll figure this out. This doesn't make any sense. Why would Amalier want anyone dead? Amalier doesn't. No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No, I am not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. There you are, you little jackass. Oh my god. Oh my god. It doesn't say Father Thomas anymore, it just says Thomas. I'm pretty sure before your title was Father Thomas. I knew it. I knew it. I didn't factor in the Amalier part. I will be honest about that. But Thomas was the one behind it all along. Sister Amalier, shh, it's all right. Father Thomas, how did you get down here? Tassing is an old place. It's buried in many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth it was Sister Amalier who rediscovered them first and found this place. Father Thomas, did you... In other circumstances I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to be rejoiced about. You and Sister Amalier were behind all of the murders? No, she had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. You abused her love and her trust for your own purposes. He who wishes to follow love's way must regard neither cost nor shame, nor pain. He must stand to everything, even her most terrible commands. I am ashamed to admit it, but yes I did. To what end? What was the point of all this? Look around you, what do you see? Roman ruins. Look closer. Looks like the statue of St. Moritz from the meadow. And the images of St. Satia from the shrine. I don't understand. It's St. Moritz and St. Satia, and Mars and Diana. St. Moritz and St. Satia, and Mars and Diana. That almost sounds heretical. I mean, it can be both, because there's different... yeah, how can it be both? When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. This statue of Mars Pater that once watched over the Roman fields stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was St. Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines to Satia, and not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. So the people turned them into saints? Sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magdalene. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they knew of the saints and learned local legends of the region and applied them to the figures found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there were no accounts of what the Romans did and left here. Except for Historia Tassiae. But Historia Tassiae was not known then, perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias. And you killed him for it, yep. And you killed him for it. Yes, with poison. No one suspected. He died of poison and no one suspected. Hold on, who was Father Matthias again? No, we know who Father Matthias was. Father Matthias was the cool father before, well, oh my god, what's his face? I wanted to say Farink, but no, oh my god. I can't think of his name right now, but we haven't seen him in a while or heard mention of him, but the abbot, the asshole that we didn't like. He died of poison and no one suspected. Must have been quite subtle. His death was unexpected, but I was the only person he confided in about what he had read in the Historia Tassiae. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Satia was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in Saint Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. So you were just doing this to preserve the Christian version of this place, which is kind of what I expected, considering I was working on the mural and it just kept saying stop. When I was leaning into the local history route, and also Klaus wanted to do that, so it made sense. So you just want to stop that from happening. And they believed in the legend of Saint Satia, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. Why does it matter if they were wrong if the saints weren't here? Then what does that mean for the hand of Saint Moritz? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to Saint Satia, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? They can and they should. Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Perhaps some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will. Yeah, exactly. People are free to accept Christ of their own free will, but you can't manipulate people. Yes, of course, but preserving the legends of our saints doesn't interfere with individual volition. You are preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. Yeah, John 3:16, we get it, friend. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over our valley, and say, St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives to prevent death. But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day, Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassiae. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kiersau could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gernot, that was it, read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gernot chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded. Think he wouldn't have cared? That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. You were right, it didn't. But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with the Historia Tassiae, he couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. So you killed him to prevent an uprising, but it caused it instead. Someone else killed him, as someone else killed Baron Rothvogel. And it wasn't to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people what he found. What he found when he was helping to dig the foundation of the Rathaus, the head. The wall of the aqueduct bones. Evidence of some other murder, the wall of the... yeah, something from our pagan ancestors. No, not quite so old. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow, the statue at the shrine of St. Moritz. How did it wind up over there? Most likely culprits are rain, flood, and time. Black Till told me that farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of St. Moritz. Because Otto could not read the words chiseled across the helmet. Mars Pater. Yeah, so that's why you killed Otto, because you didn't want Otto revealing the head. Wow, this is a lot of murder and dark shit just to keep up a good old Christian lie and coming in and changing the culture of this place to fit your needs a little bit more. But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. Yes. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the Rathaus. We could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. And you had Sister Maler write down what you told her were visions she couldn't remember, and deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin, so that one of them would murder Otto just as someone murdered Lorenz. What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalene. Why did you do it? It doesn't make any sense. Was it because of the mural? Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kiersau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Seisha. This place, everything. So you tried to kill him? No, I tried to scare him. First with the note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop, it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly, it was just an accident. It wasn't an accident, you almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. Oh my god! Okay, you're just gonna try and collapse the place. I mean, Andreas, you should be able to take him. I mean, you're probably... Frankly, you're probably younger than him. What are you doing? Both of you stop him! Smash him over the face with the Mars Peter head! Do it! Or Mars Pater. Burying the past. Even if it destroys the church above us, I'll make sure no one ever sees this place. Stop him? Father, you're going to kill us all. You're going to kill Amalie. Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. You can't stop people from learning the truth. You'd really kill yourself and destroy the church just to hide this secret? You really kill yourself? Well, you know, of course you would. You can't stop people from learning the truth. Maybe, but I have to try. We better run or stop him. Father. Go. Jesus. All of this just for you to get buried alive under rubble. Oh, I would have just started bashing your head in with the statue head. Come on. There's two of us. I actually don't know how close Thomas and Andreas may be in age. I mean, it feels like Father Thomas was probably older than Andreas when he first came. So he's gotta be old. Are you alright? How is Sister Amalie? She's still out, but I think she's fine. I must have heard that at the Golden Hand. The entire church collapsing, I'd hope so. What are we going to tell them? What do you mean? About this? About everything? Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. So we should reward what he did, all the people he's hurt? Is it better to punish the people of Tassing? What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Seisha? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. I think he's wrong. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth. I suppose the people here have had enough things in their lives broken. I think he's wrong. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth, and I think they deserve to know. Especially since it's what caused all of this death and everything. I understand what you're saying, Andreas, but I don't know. I'm not rewarding Thomas for the shit that happened. I definitely get what you're saying, but I'm down with the people pursuing their culture like Ursula is, so. You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long. You came back after all this time to solve this, but it's hard to feel like we actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Maybe he never would have. I think you're right. We should tell them. About the saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. Yeah, but at least if we do this, we stop this from ever happening again. What if there was another Father Thomas that wanted to make sure the secrets remained hidden? At least we're stopping that from happening. If everybody just knows, I mean, aside from them coming in and banning talk about it, which, you know, at that point people would already know, it would be hard to cover it up. People are going to find out eventually, and I don't want history like this to just be totally swept under the rug for a nice Christian, like, image to be put over it. Not doing that. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. And we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amalie someplace warm. We can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too. I think. Merry Christmas, Andreas. Merry Christmas. Damn. I picked quite the time to be finishing up this game. Oh. Magdalene, you made it back. Did you think I wouldn't? Well, I heard such a terrible din and the house shook. Feared the worst. Is everything alright? Our neighbors probably think the world is ending, so could be better. I don't think so, Dad, but it will be. Are you alright, Dad? Yes, I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me, tell me what happened. Started in the rat house, well, the Rathskeller. I think Andreas might still be a little crazy dad. No. It started in the rat house, well, the Rathskeller. Did you know the back wall was part of the old Roman aqueduct? Andreas found an old Roman message there that pointed to the Mithraeum. Let's say this one. Huh. So we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. We found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andreas said it was a hippocaust. I got separated from Andreas. I was really afraid I'd lost him, that we'd both gotten lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so relieved. Dad? Are you still listening? Oh god, that was abrupt. Oh shit. Ugh. Thank you, Andreas. Yeah, no, Father Thomas, your secret's getting out, you jackass. You killed my dad! Okay, yeah, time's going it is. Wow, look at that thing go. Jeez. Are you gonna shave, Andreas? You just gonna keep the crazy beard? It's definitely a look. I know it's hard. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. But we will do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. Yeah, we're going to Prague. Makes sense. It's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you. So I will end it with my love. Esther. You should get out of here. You're destined for different things, Magdalene. Magdalene? 9. Incipit. Yes? Sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything's in order. Baltus has ensured that all the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. Thank him for everything. Of course, Mr. Struckren. I do not know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. Seems that Tassing has lost many things in just one man. I'm very sorry. Thank you. Good fortune to you. Did I ever dance with you, Natsu? I don't think I did. Yep, we're leaving the house. Are we gonna take the picture? Church and Druckers. Alright, well, the game just saved. I'm not sure how much is left, but I imagine I can still walk around town. I'll think of something to use this for later. I can probably still walk around town and have conversations with everyone, and this recording's already at 47 minutes, so... I think we're gonna go ahead and end this episode off here. Because it did give me the opportunity to save, and we'll finish up this, like, little epilogue, I'm assuming, next time, so... Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you then for some more.